Welcome to AI Pulse. It's February 18th, 2026, and we are diving right into a huge decision from OpenAI that, honestly, could change the internet as we know it. All right, so let's kick things off with a pretty serious warning about, the world's most popular chatbot. And this isn't coming from just anyone. It's from someone who helped build it. The gist is, putting ads on ChatGPT could open up a whole can of worms, manipulating us in ways we can't even begin to understand. So, yeah, the big story today is all about OpenAI rolling out ads on ChatGPT. And this has everyone asking a really fundamental question. Are we just watching history repeat itself? Is this social media all over again? And this is really where the rubber meets the road. You've got OpenAI on one side promising, don't worry, we've got safeguards, ads will be labeled, they won't mess with the answers. But then you have this former researcher, Zoe Hitzig, saying, hold on. She's warning that the whole system creates this powerful incentive to break those very rules, a pattern she says looks a lot like Facebook's playbook. But here's the thing. Hitzig says it doesn't have to be this way. It's not just a simple choice between paying for an expensive subscription or, having your data exploited. She's pointing to all these other options, like creating independent data trusts that actually give us control, or using profits from other services to pay for the free version. Basically, anything to keep the platform's goals aligned with its users and not just the advertisers. Okay, so this whole OpenAI ad thing, it's not happening in a bubble. It's really just one piece of a much, much bigger story. The birth of a brand new AI economy where the rules of the internet as we've known them are being totally rewritten right now as we speak. And this right here, this is a perfect illustration of the earthquake shaking the world of search. I mean, think about it. Google's AI overviews now just give you the answer directly. So why would you click on a link? And you can see the results right here. Click-through rates for both regular and paid search results have just tanked. The entire foundation of how the web gets traffic is, well, it's crumbling. And that leads us to this just staggering number. 69%. Nearly 7 out of every 10 Google searches now end without a single click. The entire business model of the internet for the last 20 years, getting people to click through to websites, is being turned on its head. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, there's a fascinating twist. While overall traffic is cratering, getting your brand or your website cited inside one of those AI answers, that's the new gold rush. The whole game has changed. It's not about being the #1 search result anymore, it's about being the authority that the AI trusts enough to quote. And this economic shift, it's not just happening on our screens with clicks and websites. It is triggering massive, real-world investments. As the digital world gets rewired, there's this global race to build the actual physical hardware, these huge AI factories that are going to power this whole new economy. Right? And to power this new economy, you need the tech. So the race to build smarter, more physically capable AI systems is just accelerating like crazy. It's hitting a whole new gear. I mean, just look at the hands on Tesla's Optimus robot. This timeline is wild. In just a little over 2 years, we've watched the complexity absolutely explode. We went from gently handling an egg to what Tesla is now calling superhuman precision thanks to 50 different actuators. That's exponential progress, but in the physical world. At the same time, you've got the software world, where Anthropic just dropped their new model, Sonnet 4.6. And this is a really big deal. Why? Because it's basically democratizing AI power. It's taking these high-end, super complex capabilities that used to be incredibly expensive and making them accessible to way more developers and businesses. But, moving this fast, it's not always smooth sailing. And here's a perfect example of that move fast and break things mantra. OpenAI just got forced by a court to rename a key feature in their video generator, Sora. It's a small thing, sure, but it perfectly shows how the crazy speed of the tech world is slamming right into old-school legal stuff like trademarks. So you've got this massive economic disruption, you've got this insane pace of development, and it's all coming to a head at the India AI Summit in Delhi. This is where world leaders are gathering and basically wrestling with the soul of this technology. What is it all for? Kicking things off at the summit was Demis Hassabis, the CEO of Google DeepMind. And he came out with this incredibly optimistic vision. He framed AI not just as another piece of tech, but as the engine that's going to drive a new golden era of scientific discovery. And he didn't just stop at a rosy vision. He actually laid out a roadmap to AGI, artificial general intelligence. He pointed to continual learning, the idea that AI can learn from new experiences on the fly, as the next major breakthrough we need.
And then he made a huge prediction. We could achieve true AGI in as little as 5 to 8 years from now.
But that incredible optimism is clashing head-on with the central debate of the whole summit, which really shows this deep divide around the world. On one side, there's this fear of AI colonialism, where a few big US tech companies basically impose their models and their values on everyone else. And on the other side, there's this hope for techno-Gandhiism, the idea that AI can be used for social justice and to lift up the world's most vulnerable people.
And really, the UN Secretary General summed it all up perfectly. He made this powerful case that the benefits of AI have to be shared by everyone, by all of humanity. It can't just be a privilege for a few wealthy countries.
So, okay, we've seen incredible progress, huge economic disruption, and this really intense global debate. When you step back and look at all of it, from ChatGPT's new ads to the global race to build AGI, it all seems to be boiling down to one single critical question. And this is it. This is the question that really gets to the heart of everything we talked about today. As AI becomes this engine for our entire economy and society, we have to ask, who is actually building it? What are their motivations, their incentives? And ultimately, who is going to benefit from all this? The answer isn't just about who makes money. It's going to define the very nature of the intelligence we create and the world we build with it. Thanks for joining us on AI Pulse.